sit down there. If that's what you want me to do, I'll sit down there. I'll sit down there at the bus stop and I'll fucking shoot up heroin. Would that make you happy? Would it make you happy to see me fucking wasting away day by day? I bet you'd like that, you sick bastard! Every day you can walk past me and live with the guilt that's gonna haunt you for the rest of your fucking life! Every day you're gonna have to remember what you did! What you did to me!
Get a life. Get a life.
Hello. Alright, so welcome back. So I'm gonna make a quick review. I don't know, like I'm supposed to make this like days ago since I watched it, but I don't know, like things happen. I was gonna make a quick video about like how I felt, and no spoiler of course, about the final act of the digital circus, the final act, the last act, whatever, right? So I was gonna say, I don't know if I'm allowed to say spoiler now or not, but I was gonna do a small non-spoiler review anyway, just because I just want to get my thoughts out the way. So yeah, so I didn't read the now it says right in front of my eyes, feature-length version of the final two episodes, episode 8 and 9 of Amazing Digital Circus, showing the conclusion of the cast, characters trapped in a digital realm under the mercy of the unstable ringmaster. So I did not know they're also gonna um use both episodes for the finale. I was expecting to watch the last episode, then like episode 8 and 9, yeah, 8 and 9 for the premiere. So I didn't watch the premiere. I was, I watched it like the next week, like on Monday. So that tells you that how long it has been. Um, but yeah. So how did it go? All that, my experience so far. So what I can say, my the theater experience when I was there, right? It was pretty chill. There's the kinds of people that I was not surprised. There'd be kids, and mom was there. Her mom with her two sons. Two girls came in like the last second when the premiere. Oh yeah, the release. The act started. So yeah, like the two guys sits in the back. There's like not much people. Literally like almost an empty room. Just got like at least a couple less than 10 people. I'm guessing were in like the theater with me. So including me. So it was about like I don't know, at least like 11 people. So about 11. Um. So yeah, my experience was fine. I got what I need to watch. Got my drink and all that. So I was good to go. So it was my experience was just chill. So it was nothing like crazy or anything like that. So that's good. That's good on my case. Um, Good for me. So let's bring up. Yeah, and let me tell you, like, if you weren't there in like the theaters and you watch it on like digital, waited for when it came out on YouTube, I would just say you could miss out like Zach Hadel comes in as a fish. Just like, basically he just says like, so yeah, don't spoil it for everyone else. Just keep it to yourself. And then talks about like life and shit, and like like, do I deserve to live? And it comes back saying like, oh yeah, by the way, don't forget about the merch, and that was it. That was like the whole like intro before like the show started of the final act. So um and without getting into spoilers, I would say two things that I actually want to get out my chest. Um, to the people that were like theorizing, like, oh, Jax is trans confirmed. If Jax is trans, 10 out of 10 show. Bro, you have lost your damn mind. I knew that they wouldn't do it. I'll say that right off the bat. Because people were just saying that, oh, Jax is confirmed trans. Just because pulled his skin back. And, him being embarrassed of himself and, being very, like, insecure and all that, like from like the three characters laughing. It was Frog, the frog. I don't know, whatever. The frog lady, um, the clown and Pomni. Those the three characters were laughing at him in a circle. So and then yeah, and people were just just saying, oh, guys, he could be trans. It's like two things. What I still didn't not believe it. I have, and I made a whole video about it. Like it was like what? It was like 2 months ago. I'm pretty sure 2 3 months ago. That I don't think that it's gonna happen. Possibility, yeah. Possibility, possibly. What I'm looking for, whatever. Maybe. I always say it's a maybe because I would be but not be surprised if it was going that. But the reason why I didn't think they'll go that route is because like, bro, they have an actual like a trans character to play as Zubul. What's his name? David Kovac? Not David Kovac. I'm sorry. Is that RT? That's Rooster Teeth. What's his name? Everyone knows him. Like the guy who plays Jax. Clearly he's not trans, right? So do you think it'll be like I don't know? People will find that fine. Like just that alone is like I don't think it's gonna work. Like from an audience perspective and yeah from like his library of characters, it doesn't make a lot of I don't know. It wouldn't work because again like because the controversy and drama and all that if it was going to be that way. So that's why I didn't think the actor would just play as a trans character, right? Maybe like someday, like maybe people would be more open to it. But like, I just know that people just have their say and whatnot, and saying like, oh, like a trans person needs to voice a trans character, or like a voice actor for who's trans needs to voice a trans character, right? And you have someone who is like, you know, does like the wacky um wacky characters like Jax and what's his name N. I know that like it wouldn't like make any a lot of logical sense if he was trans in the end of the day, if that was his whole arc, and yeah, like I don't know, it just wouldn't make sense. It also from like all like the advertisements and whatnots, and like Jax randomly becomes like revealed to be trans at the end, and like I don't know, like I feel like it just wouldn't make a lot of sense. I keep saying that because it's like again, like you have an actual trans person playing as Zubul, and then Adam or whatever his name plays as Jax, and then like just a guy who's just wacky and all that, and then he's revealed to be trans at the end. It just I don't know. It just I feel like it wouldn't make a lot of sense just from that angle. And not just that, it's like the whole like build up to it. It just like there's some hints that you could see it, but when it's revealed at the end of the final act, like I know that it wasn't gonna go that way. I just know it's either something that like he's not like I don't know like he's insecure like people make fun of him for being like not manly enough. I always say that that was like one of the theories, or him not doing his best, and he just pushes people out the way and just want to become like I don't know find like the world a joke and he just in his messed up way or something like that, right? Like fanboy, or he's just like very like insecure with his masculinity, or just his his identity crisis struggle thing, like there's a lot of things, but and I'm very like what I'm looking for. There's a word I'm looking for that I want to say just from all that. I guess in the end, it just makes sense, and I'm completely fine with what they have shown me. A lot of people, I know a lot of people will have their issues, which I'll bring up the next point I want to make when people are start like when the finale about to come out and people are like already criticizing like yeah this show is not that diverse, it's shit. I knew it was shit from the beginning because they have a lot of white actors and shit. You remember they speak all this crap. A bunch of like random like university art students just like comes out and just say, yeah, digital circus is trash because there's not a lot of diversity in. Um, yeah, I'm not surprised because look who's playing the characters. Like this is fucking shit. Like I like fuck glitch and all that. You remember all that crap they've been talking like they're talking smack of like the company for just having like like people who just like voicing characters from like mostly white voice actors, right? But it's like, bro, first of all, like they're not like they're literally just mixed with like man. Sorry. Uh, there's like not just like white actors, literally like people from like different culture. Not just how do you say this. Of course, like, yeah, they're not like one's from like India, one's from um Korea or anything like that. Of course, like most of the actors are like English voice actors from like British or America or Australian, Australia, and yeah, like you do see that, and I sure, but my point is that like there's like it's not about like having like voice actor voicing like characters that is like you know that show like lack of diversity. It's literally like it's just from like different perspectives that isn't has to be like about race or like anything like that. Especially like coming from like a digital like circus where people are in there digitally. It doesn't. It like, in the end, it doesn't really matter if they're white or not because they're all like mix of weird designs and caricatures and designs. Like all of it is so like funky. That's that it just makes um it just really doesn't matter at the end is because you don't even know and can't tell like if of course you look it up and you see their their background but like you really don't even really need to know or care like who's voicing them because you don't even know what they look like in real life in the end. Oh, until you see the finale and like the final after credits where this is what I gonna want to bring up that you're fucking pieces of shit and you're stupid now. There are like legitimate like diverse characters. If you watch it at the very end, you see what I mean. There are diverse people, diverse characters in the final act, though, where you will see when you watch it. Because I want to spoil too much, but it's there, and they're not all white. And of course, people still have their say anyway. But like, they even like like prove to you that like it's not all true in canonically. But again, like I can't say too much. All I can say is that I had a good time. Um, it's actually like a really good finale. Not great. I wouldn't say perfect because there's nothing in there that give me the oomph of like oh I'm so glad I watched it. Like if it gave me a satisfying like finale compared to other like movies and shows, right? Is maybe and the big part of it is because it's not long enough or not the structure is somewhere between like the structure and pacing not giving us enough time to reflect and know about these characters was there for me to be like oh like I feel like that relief of like of the time we spent with the characters together for that long, and it's very like satisfying to me. I didn't felt like I was at that point of like getting emotional and feel that it was like a roller coaster of emotions. I did like enjoy and the emotions and what they're trying to say like what they build up and execute like how they execute it at the end was actually well done. I just didn't feel it personally of like being so attached to them is the issue. It's just again like it's like not many you don't have a lot of episodes and what could have make the show more coherent and like it gives me more get me more attached to them and it's the big issue for me. But other than that it's fun as it is, but that's my big complaints. And maybe like the other one would be with not Kinger, the Ringmaster, Kane. Which you'll see in the finale what I mean by that. Like I don't know how people will feel about it, what he does at the end. But I think what they did with him at the very end and all that is actually like well done. Actually, I'm not complaining with that at all. Um, maybe I'll change, but for now, what I've like collect my mind about it and and have leisure and just look back and see just to reflect on how I really feel about it after the movie experience. I still find it like a good finale. I think that what everything else they have done is good enough. Like I had no major complaints. Again, like small ones, but like nothing that major that ruins the experience for me. So again, I see it as like a really overall good time. I wouldn't say great or perfect because again, because not enough time for me to like actually feel the emotions to get attached to any of them or all of them, right? But it's still like a good watch, and I still have a good time with it. And yeah, there's that. There's anything else I want to say? I guess the one thing I'll point out is that when they started it, when the fudge when episode 9 started and it would go off where we left off, um I wasn't all there because like everyone started crying and all emotional out of nowhere, and like no, it's not out of nowhere, but it's just I don't know, just everyone's just started like slowly crying and like just have like identity crisis, like what do we do, what do we do, we failed, what are we gonna do now, right? And everyone just start crying and like and all that. It's like I don't know, like I understand like the whole one Jack, all that was like a drag, and then we get to like till like Ragatha reveals something about a specific character. You know who I'm talking about, and that's where it starts to get going, and I start to get enjoying myself, and that's where like things start going. And actually, like after when Ragatha reveals a specific thing about a character, then like it actually like it's um um seems it just it's all everything just starts going and it steams forward, and I get really glued to the screen at that point. So and then all the way to like the end, like that's where like it's like gray territory. Um, and it was like and like, literally like, most of it is like actually like gray at that point. But before that, it's just a little slow. But other than that, like, yeah, I still have a good time, and I think that's all I wanted to say. There's anything else? No, that's it. So yeah, so when it comes out, hopefully you guys enjoy it. I had a good time. So when it comes out, you know that it wasn't a miss. It was pretty good. If you guys, I don't know, it's up to you if you like it, you think it's a good ending or not. To me, I think it is, and that's just how I'm gonna end it from there. So, yeah, I'm just gonna end it there. So thank you for listening to my little review, and yeah, enjoy.